Next up, we have Carmen Ansio. She's a design engineer at Lottie Files, and a Google developer expert and a Microsoft MVP, and brings a foundation in both UX and web development. So one of the much sought after unicorns. And is going to be talking about animations and scroll enhanced experiences. So come on up. Carmen, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. So, thanks. Yeah, lunch was great. I don't want to explain anything, but yeah, thank you very much. I've never imagined that I will be living both my best dream and my worst nightmare here, this stage right now. So it's my first time in CSS Day. So a huge applause for the organization. Thank you very much for taking me here. So I'm super fun. So yeah, let's get started with the talk. Today I'm going to dive into scroll-driven animations, and also, please, Bramus, be gentle. I know, be kind. I'm just kidding, yeah. So, thank you very much. So, yeah, I'm Carmen. I work as a design engineer at Lottie Files. I'm also one of those people that are in Twitter. So, Jeremy, I don't know if Jeremy's here. So, sorry, Jeremy, I'm in Twitter. So. It's been like 10 years since this picture was taken, and honestly, I think that CSS has aged better than me. Not my t-shirt. T-shirt is, it's okay, so it's a good t-shirt. So, in Lottie Files, we make things move. I don't know if you know Lottie Files, but I'm part of the interactivity and the dev tooling team, and the mission of our team, you will get what I'm saying. That, do you like this picture? Don't take much care about this. Sorry, I'm vegetarian. Sorry for this moment. So my team and I create more engaging stuff and try to help people to create stuff like this. So I'm vegetarian. Okay, please don't judge me. But if you click on this picture, it's like, oh, bye-bye pigeon. So. It's done. So does this look familiar to anyone? Please, can you raise your hand? Okay, how's your back pain? Okay. So this is my first memory about video games, wheels, velocity, speed, and also scrolling. I think Outrun show us how a journey and a scroll can create a dynamic and engaging experience. So we can translate this to web designer, to web animation. And also, this game will drive the main thread of this talk. Okay, so nobody get it. So no problem. But before we dive in, just because I think or you think that these animations are so cool, it doesn't mean everyone does. So please, it's super important to respect the preferences of our users, and it's super easy. We only need to use a media query, okay? It's easy. You only need to use this add media query, preference reduce motion, and put your fancy stuff and your fancy motion inside of this. So this will disable heavy animations to users that don't want to see them or prefers to like a more basic experience. Okay, last but not least, remember that with great powers come great, did you know? Yeah, responsibility. So, okay, I'm more a DC fan girl. So, what I'm trying to say is that because you can do it, it doesn't mean that it is a good idea. So, as Rachel said yesterday, people can be super creative doing a lot of stuff, and probably we need to fix later. So be careful. So I don't know if you like Street Fighter, but it's like a wrench. Okay, I don't know if you see quarterly, but you can use this. It's a good idea. Okay, so it's cool, pretty way. Before we dive in, we need to answer some questions like what is animation, or is storytelling, and also scrollytelling. This is the the most important topic about this talk and also scroll-driven animations. But probably you think that an animation is a process that creates moving images, and it's right. It's all the magic behind bringing static elements to life. And probably you know this character, yeah? It's like the Amsterdam boat edition. Okay, so from cartoons to web effects, animations can give us a dynamic and engaging layer to our visuals and also to our websites. So this is kind of an animation in CSS looks like. I don't know if everyone is like a common user to create animation here, but we use the add keyframes to make this animation. You can grow animation defines how an element will scale. This is like a super easy animation. It's not my best animation. But the thing is the browser do a lot of work for us. So what happens in between this animation, these keyframes that we create? It's an interpolation, and the browser works for all of that, for us, and make this interpolation for us. So the browser is our friend. Don't forget this. So an animation is not only a process that creates moving images, it's also a process that helps us in web design to create, make experience more engageable, can guide users, and also provide feedback. That is super important user experience, to provide feedback to the users. And the last question, okay, what is storytelling? Scrollytelling is a type of interactive storytelling that unfolds your scroll. It means that when you scroll the page, elements or trigger moves down the page. So we can transform long-term stories, like a lot of information, into interactive experiences. And I don't know if you know, but there are several studies that make people think that we are like not able to have a lot of information at the same time. It's a cognitive load, okay? So the scrollytelling helps us to consume the information when we are ready to consume, So there are a ton of studies about our limited capacity to retain information as humans, so we need to help us in this way. This example, I don't know if you know this example, it's a little bit like older. It's from, I think, 2012. It's like been a long time ago. But I think it was the first time I saw on a web using this technique. And even it won a Pulitzer Prize. So it's I don't want to say bad words, but it's a fucking awesome page. So this gives me like the power to think like, whoa, I would love to create things like that because of they're awesome, okay? So I worked also as UX a long time ago, but you must know that user experience is all about human behavior. And we've got like a little bit weird things as humans. If you want to make action, and the action is like super slow, you probably go out the page. It's like, okay, I'm not interested. But if the action is super quickly, you maybe get like, oh my gosh, this works. I think it goes so fast. I don't believe that it's working okay. So we need to help us. And I think that the best way to help people consume information in web pages right now is with scroll-driven animations. So everyone knows about scroll-driven animations. Browns, no, don't. So can you raise your hand? Whoa, there's so much people. So, okay, bye-bye. So, no, it's okay. So, yeah, animations springs to life as you scroll down the page. Probably when you think about scroll-driven animations, usually refers two types of ways to create this, two different types. One is the animation that happens while you scroll. Okay, this is one type. The other one is animation that happens when an element enters, leaves, or moves through a visible area. This area is important, so it's known as a scroll port, okay? So we're going to start show you some code, some examples. This is an old one. I want to show you this example because of, I will explain a little bit more about this. It's about a recipe that my grandmother used to cook when I was a child. Probably only Stella knows about salmorejo. Okay, it's a soap with tomato. Okay, so I draw all these SVGs. Okay, I want to show you. I draw all these SVGs and animate to display the information as the user goes down the content. Okay, so you can show all the ingredients and also the explanation about how to cook this soap. Okay, so this is the finished one. That's it. When you go down or up, it depends of if you use a magic mouse. I mean, or if you use Apple user, that will be inverse. Okay, to be fair, this example is not only with CSS. It got some more things like a superhero with a cape library. Do you know where it is? Yeah? No? Yeah? It's not this superhero. It's cute, but it's not. It's this one. Anyone knows? Yeah? Yeah? GreenSock. Okay, GreenSock animation platform is a GSAP. So I start thinking about, can I achieve this effect with only CSS, the scroll one that appears and fill the SVGs? Yeah, we can. This is the answer is we can do it now. So let's break down this code a little bit. If you know about animations, there is a fill class that applies animation to an element. And then we got this animation timeline scroll. It's a function. This is a new function. Its part means that the user scrolls, the animation will progress with this scroll. And then there is a stroke dash array property. This is the key thing. It's like the magic that fill the animation because we use two animations, two SVGs at the same time, one before another, like the background. So one is the path and another is the fill. So we can do now this with CSS. And in simple terms, this code creates an SVG animation. Sorry, I have to move here. Okay, look at that. This is the same draw, and you can fill it now with only CSS. You can check it out. I'm not lying. So this is there is no JavaScript tab here. So this is only CSS. And yeah, the progress of the animation is directly tied how much the user has scrolled the page. So if you go up or down, the draw will fill the animation. Okay. So I want to explain some things about the motion. Okay, I don't know if anyone here works as motion designer or something like that. Anyone? Oh my gosh, cool. Yeah. So as you may notice, oh, there's one there. Yeah. Okay. So as you may notice, this recipe is in Spanish. I don't know if you are able to read the text, but you don't need to understand the text to figure out how you can cook this soap. I mean, how the steps works to create this soap, because of animation is a universal language that doesn't need to be translated. And it's so fucking cool, and I'm telling this because I'm not native English speaker, so that's a good point for me. Motion gives emotion. Okay, so we have this powerful tool in our hands to create engaging experiences. And by the way, this is actually, this SVG, this draw, is actually my grandmother's hand. I draw it from an old picture, so it means a lot for me. So it's this kind of things you can create with motion. So we go, this was about my English teacher that says, it's really funny, the old way. So let's take a look at the old school way that we used to create these JavaScript animations, but without any third parties as GreenSock animation, just plain JavaScript, just vanilla JavaScript. So this is example. What we used to do here, okay, it was like use an intersection observer. This allows to observe when each sections come into view or leaves the viewport, okay, in this case. And also we use a window at event listener. If I can reach the JavaScript tab here, you can see this example. That calculates how far you have scrolled and changes the progress bar width. Okay, as you can see in the top bar, it fills with color. Okay, so as you scroll down, the bar fills up. Okay, that's it. Why you not need JavaScript to do this right now? I'm going to show you why you don't need JavaScript, and also in a visual way, the main thread in a visual way. This is a visual way of the main thread trying to trigger all the animations. So, and also, you have like a potential saving of a lot of information. Why use CSS for scroll animations? Okay, this is like the main question. Because now we can. It's simple. Now we can. So, okay, let's do it. The scroll-driven animation API lets you create now smooth animations that are controlled by scroll, and these animations, this is the best part, are run off the main thread. Okay, so you can achieve now smooth performance with just a few extra lines of code, and you will see that it's super easy to implement. Let's simplify this by examining an example where we add an existing CSS animation, and we will attach this animation to the scroller, okay? Let's start with something that you might know. This is a simple CSS animation. So to make this animation, we need to always use the add keyframes. So with this name zoom-in, and this will change an element in HTML, that moves from left to right. Okay, I know. This is not okay. Don't judge me. This is not my best animation, by the way. Okay, but it's a simple and familiar on terms of CSS animation. So you can check it out how to make this animation only with a scroll. Okay, so we can attach this to scale this animation, to scale this element as we scroll the page. So when the scroll position changes, we can do this thing. Okay. I'm scrolling the page, so the scale, it's like coming and up. I can stay all day doing this, so I'm going to move. Also, we can control the range of view. So we've got the progress and also the view. And you can do this one, for example. Okay, I don't know if you can see the E effect, but it's like enter the page, enter the section, and also it's like a scaling a little bit. So how can I achieve this? We can edit this animation. The keyframes are the same. Don't worry, the keyframes is still remaining the same. But the animation property changed from this, look at that, zoom in 2 seconds, to this one. Check it out. So the 2 seconds are like delete. I delete the duration because scroll-driven animations are a type of animations that don't need to run over time. We don't need time. Okay, they're instead driven by the user scroll position. So I also add this line, animation timeline scroll. This is the function. This is where all the magic happens. Okay, in this only one line of code. The scroll-driven animation specification provides now with new tools and ideas for creating scroll-driven animations. So this tool, this is a good point because of these tools work together with existing web animations API, the CSS animation API. So we can have this power also. And also more new goods. Bramus, again, I will say. So Bramus has a ton of amazing demos on this website, so check it out, with tools that will help you debug animations. So I can, okay, why you know? Okay, yeah, thank you. So you can check with these tools how these animations works behind the scenes. There are different debugger tools to show you when the animations enter the container and also when they enter the viewport and when you scroll. So super cool. Another cool tool is the web platform status, where you can check the implementation progress. Okay, I mean, take it easy. People are working hard, so okay. Perfect. And finally, Bramus again have developed an awesome tool to debug our scroll animations right in the browser. So you can install this as an add-on on Chrome, and then you can active on your developer tools. Okay, remember, developer tools are our friends. Okay, so you need to use it because they're awesome. There are a lot of awesome tools inside, and also there is an awesome animation tab that you must use to debug your animation. Okay. Scroll-driven animations with scroll timeline and view timeline. This is the bad news. okay? Okay, I'm going to say something that you probably don't like, that it's scroll-driven animations are not yet supported on our browser, so you must know this. Please note, scroll-driven animations in Firefox, you can do it with a flag enabled in Firefox, and also it's all work in Chromium, okay? So take this in account when you try to create some project. Well, probably you are worried about learning new stuff because we, as human, we are recently I don't want to learn new things. Okay, so don't worry. You don't need to learn anything new. Many clever people are working to develop this new feature and also creates animations just like the old way. I mean, just like CSS does. So it's super easy. It's very similar to create. Now let's take a look at an example where we use this feature to add CSS animations, the scroll. Okay, the scroll-driven animation specification, as I said, introduces 2 more timelines. The one is a scroll progress timeline. Okay, that matches the scroll position of a container in a particular axis. I mean, Y on X, and then the progress timeline. There is a timeline that aligns with the position of a certain element with this scroll container. Okay, we've got these 2. I want to talk about these 2. So when animation uses one of these 2 timelines, it follows that timeline and not the usual time-based one. Remember that I delete the 2 seconds in the last animation. That's why this. So remember, a scroll progress timeline is a simple timeline that shows you progress as you scroll down. And the other one is a type of timeline that it's connected to a progress of any item into scrolling section. So this is a bit like how Intersection Observer API works. So if you are familiar with this, so okay. Let's take a closer look and go through some examples that I hope will help you understand to apply these animations. So let's create a happy progress bar. So does anyone else hate when you download a PNG and it's not transparent? I feel so cheated every time it happens, and it happens a lot of times. So, okay, anyway, does everyone recognize this character? Thank you. Do me a favor, don't call him Zelda. It's Link. So that's the funny part. His name is Link. Linked animations. Okay, so well, with this example, I'm going to show you this example. This is in Spanish, don't matter. Okay, so look at that. When you scroll, Link is like running away. So yeah, this example got the seal of approval from the performance side. Estela, thank you. Because of performance, in terms of performance, animations are always enjoyable, but the speed of the website matters most. I mean, it's super important. And the cool thing is CSS animations are smoother, less taxing on your browser's main thread than the JavaScript ones, so, and also render faster. So yeah, keep it simple. Let's dive into this example. Here you can see this link running. Okay. The first thing we need to try to achieve is how we put this animation in the scroll, right? So we need this animation running. We need a sprite. Not this sprite. It's not this sprite. We need this sprite, okay? This is a kind of thing that it's very common in video games. So I don't know if you like video games. I love video games, as you can see. I love video games. And later I will show you a cool demo that uses also this approach, this kind of technique, okay? So let's dive into the code. If you check out the code, you will see this one, animation timeline. The scroll function has inside like the root because of the function, scroll functions connect the animation to the closest scrolling area. So in the case for a progress bar, we shall link our animation to the root. Okay, so the root container. This way, the progress bar shows how far the scroll is read through the article in this case. Okay, so let's keep more this code. This line for the link class has a name like stage. This is the first animation because we use 2 animations for create this progress bar. Okay, this is one. The other one, I will say something later, but you can see this calculation. Okay, it's related to the number of frames that we have inside the sprite. So this is super important. We need to know how many frames, how many link positions we got to try to reach this link element running because of the custom property run count, determines the duration. Because remember, we don't have like a seconds or whatever. We only need all the information that we link to the scroll. So how the scroll animation works? So the user, as the user scrolls the root element, it becomes a timeline for the animation. Please, you can think about like a progress bar with a scroll position base, and also when you reach the finish line, all the information is done. Okay, it's super useful also for give information to the user to know how much how much content is still to show. Okay. The other thing, we've got like 2 keyframes rules here. This is one of those. Thus that the user scrolls, the link element will translate accordingly. Okay. So, and the other one is the keyframes that moves the image position. This is super important. If you will remember me if you try to work with sprites. It's a pain to work with sprites because you need to know the position of every single image or draw. So you need to fix this object position and try to reach the element. Okay, so as the user scrolls, the image position will change, giving the effect that this is like animate movement. Okay, this is all fake. Oh, it's all fake. Okay? So yeah, look at that. So when you first load the page and haven't scrolled yet, it's everything like super chill. Anything happens. Okay, now the magic starts when you start scrolling right now. Okay, so you can see link like running as you begin to scroll. Yeah. So what happens here? That the position of the scroll changes. That's it. Keep it simple. And remember that we need to ensure that our animations work in browsers that can handle the scroll time feature. So we can use this supports to test if our browser can handle it. Okay. If the browser can handle it, it's not giving a basic experience instead of our cool scrolly motion. I want to talk about code drops. Do you know code drops? Yeah, well, you must know about this. So, okay, you're welcome. Code drops is a collection of around 500 examples that includes demos, prototypes, animation templates, UIs, and a lot of creative design ideas. Okay, thanks, Manuela. It's a huge collection. Manuela is behind the scenes of this webpage. So there's great collections of scroll-driven animations that you can use to spark your inspiration, and also the code is available, so you can read the code and see how it works. But it's all with JavaScript. All the demos are with JavaScript. All the scroll-driven animations are made with JavaScript. So I found that Marcus Walker has done a great job translating one of these examples into scroll-driven animation, only with CSS, and it's awesome. So we can see how this has done. Okay, so we are gonna show you some code. Marcus used a grid to create gaps between the elements, the items. Okay. Also, use aspect ratio to put inside all the information, and also he has like skew it to the right. This is one of the animations. And the other one creates an effect to the left. So you can this movement between left and right. Okay. This is a cool effect because every grid items are skewed instead of being in the same column. So this is super cool. And also this defines the animation and removes the skew to the 0 degrees. So with 2 animations, we got this awesome effect. So you can check later. I will share these slides. So I think it's super cool. And also, it's only, if you check this, it's only with CSS. Okay? Yeah, there is a lot of CSS, but don't worry about it. It's super cool. Okay? I want to show you more examples. Cool effects that you can achieve with this technique, with scroll-driven animations. Okay, so let's check out some cool examples. You no longer need probably in every web page there is a carousel, probably. And probably this carousel has lots of dependencies with JavaScript, probably. Okay, so if you check it out in the performance tab, you probably will cry. So you can create dynamic carousels with amazing scroll effects only with CSS now. And it doesn't matter if it's in horizontal or in vertical. So you can check this. I love Pokemon, as you say, it's a near. So OK, look at that. You can create this only with CSS. And it's awesome because I always need to use a lot of dependencies and NPM packages to create these carousel examples. So that's super cool. And also, there is another one. OK, this one. In a vertical way. You can attach also effects to the scroll. It's not only related to content. So you can achieve a lot of properties of CSS to link to the scroll position. And also, if you don't play this video game, you need to play. So I highly recommend. It's Ori, and it's beautiful, and it's awesome, and has a lot of scrolls. So please take your time to play it because it's awesome, and you will cry. So just saying. OK, so you can achieve also grid parallax, masonry, or grid, or masonry. I don't know if you are in one side or another. So I prefer masonry in another place, but OK. So you can check it out. You can, and I put also globes. I don't know if Rachel is here, but OK. She likes her globes. So you can achieve this effect. OK, it's fake. I mean, it's not a masonry. It's not a real masonry. It's only 3 columns, OK, reacted in different scroll positions. But you can achieve effects super cool. And also, I've been speaking a lot about a scroll, but there is several examples that I want to show you about view transitions. This one shows that if you, for example, add a link to the page, a link, not a button, not a link. So without View Transitions API, you will see that it's super fast, but it's oh my gosh. You throw this link to the user. And with the View Transition API, you can see that it's super smooth movement and an easy in. I think it's super beautiful also. So we can see the effect if we try. Yeah, you can try then because it's super cool. I only need this, but you also can specify the range part in the animation. I mean, you can control the animation's start and the animation finish based on its position while you're scrolling. So you can check this. You can show this animation, this effect. You can control if you want to see before or then based on the scroll position and also based on the view of the scroll view and the container. So you can control a lot of things. Don't be afraid of this. There is a lot of things here, I know. So, but with this setup, you can control a lot of things like timeline, the animation, and also the range of the show of this animation where you show you. Keep in mind that we can link any other effects or any other properties from CSS, like this shadow effect. I know I like this shadow effect, but I don't know if more people know about this. This is box reflect. You can create this shadow, and also you can link to the scroll. So as I scroll, the shadow appears. Okay, yeah. What happens if we put all of these properties together? We can create a dynamic, interactive web page with smooth animations and engaging visuals. That's how it is. Okay, look at that. This is all combinations, possible combinations that you can create with the scroll. You can show these cards, and also they are sticky ones, and then move to the left, to the right. And also, I am using the scroll. I'm not like using the horizontal scroll that it's like super weird to use for the user, and it's super cool to can create all these examples. Okay, I got another one. Oh, sorry. I've got another one. This one. I also like put together all the progress bar, the animation, the scroll, and also the view transition to show this article or the content or whatever you want, and also this fade in. And remember, it's only with CSS. I'm very happy because of to create all these effects, I always need to rely in JavaScript, in dependencies, libraries, a lot of things that makes the performance goes bad. So, okay, it's all about images because of you must like think, okay, I want to, I don't know, use it with text, for example. So you can use this effect with text. So this is a cool example that you can do that. And also at the finish, like I hide this content, okay? And also it's attached to the scroll position. So it's, let's break down the code. So, okay, this is only the definition of all custom properties. Here are the sections and the span full height and width with the large margins, okay? So that's only for the position. And here is the position in the center of the paragraph. Probably you will need to put a lot of these elements in a fixed position because of you need to scroll and keep it in the center, for example. And this defines a custom CSS property that we can animate over time. Yesterday, Matt explained a lot of things about that property. And I think it's a kind of having like TypeScript inside CSS, like you can, well, probably people, yeah, but this is not programming. CSS is not programming. Your JavaScript dev friend probably said this. And what it is. Okay, there is a lot of calculations. I know there is a lot of code. So basically, this is a bit like all about setting up the background gradients, moving them around based on the progress variable. So it makes the text look like it's being filled as you scroll. Okay? That's it. You only need this and the scroll position, obviously. Yeah, that's it. So it's a super, super cool demo. Retro time. I'm very happy because of a lot of people like raise your hand when I ask for Outrun. That is the game of the card game. So I want to show you this one. Okay. So oh my gosh, what happened with Mario? It's like downtown. Okay, don't worry about. Okay, this is a code to create a Mario theme demo. Okay, Mario can walk, can jump, and also can hit the blocks and the coins, and as the scrolling the page. Okay, so we're gonna do this. So, come on, yeah. Okay, so you can like mix different scroll animations at the same time. Okay, I don't know if you can reach this. Okay, so don't worry about this. Some people, when I show this, are worried about, oh my gosh, how I can achieve, how I can mix, how I can include this. You don't need to be afraid of the timeline. Believe me, you need to be afraid of the working with the sprites because they're the devil. I mean, it's. Do you remember the coordinates where I said about the use of coordinates and the sprites and need to know the background position of the image? Because look at that. Okay. So thanks God, I've got Figma, and I can put this sprite inside Figma and know the correct. I mean, it's like, okay, this is 600 and 100. Okay, this is the perfect coordinate because of. There is a lot of work working with this, so I've got a lot of free time. Don't worry about me, and I like it to do this. So it's like my hobby. Yeah, and I must be honest with you because of you're like nice people. I think you are. Yeah, probably you are. Yeah. So when I was planning this talk, I knew that I had to include Outrun as a cycle. I mean, because I start. Talking about Outrun. I want to be the main thread of the talk, Outrun, and I want to finish with Outrun. But I thought it was an amazing demo for a video game to create this entirely with CSS and the scroll position. And guess what? What happens when I'm trying to reach this? The demo came to me. I had a chat with Philip. OK, I will show you what Philip has done, because of I've never been able to achieve this. OK, so I want to show you. I chat with Philip, and I was like, Philip, I want to share your demo because of it's. Can I swear? This is fucking amazing. So I want to show you only a few things about this demo. And also, Philip, sorry, Philip, are super happy about this. So the approach is an idea that Adam, I don't know if Adam is in here, explains in an article. OK, look at that. This is the point, that the approach that you can achieve to do this. So this is an article from Adam. Read the article for more details, please, because we are reaching out of time. But the main trick is that you can manage changes. OK, if I go here. So look at that. Yep. You can create this like 3x3 template with a grid. That is a great choice for control all of these things. And use a property declaration to detect the events. You can detect the events. And also, you can detect. Philips also create this. This is weird. I mean, this is weird because of this is a like a function to detect collisions. You can detect the collisions, OK, and check if the vehicle, the car, is current like in a cell that has or not like a obstacle. I mean, so you can check this. It's free. OK, I can run. No, OK, I will like hit this thing and I will die. It's tragic. So yeah, I was thinking about my math teacher. That is probably if she could see me, was like, oh my gosh, I don't get anything. So this is the logic behind the motion. And as you can notice, he also had to suffer working with sprites. So he has animated a collision map over the time with only CSS grid and also scroll-driven animations. And this is fucking amazing. I want to show you a video about this. So let me express my excitement. This is fucking awesome. Kudos to Philip, please. So because of he was able to achieve something that is amazing. So you also can play. You've got the URL in the slides. So please give kudos to Philip. And yeah, I think the future looks good for CSS and also for animations. A lot of properties are coming, so it will be make more easier, more fun to create animations. So watch out for these changes. I mean, they're going to be to make a big difference. And just remember that the scroll-driven animations are only currently, by now, only supporting Chromium. So make sure to consider this before you create some project or POC or whatever. And I must thank these three people for their amazing job and work and inspiration. A big thanks to this team, please, because of they are a huge inspiration, and all I know it's thanks to them. So thank you very much to Bramus, Adam, and Yuna. So that's it. Thanks for listening. Keep scrolling, please. I want to put Dory here, but keep scrolling, OK? And enjoy the smooth animations right here, now, in CSS. And also enjoy the rest of the conference, because of this is awesome. So thank you very much. And that's all, folks. Thank you. I'm going to leave this slide because of the other one is annoying with all the animation, so we don't have a media query for this. Hello.
Hello. Thank you. That was wonderful.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
It was easy to.
Yeah, somebody here right away says you blew them away.
Oh.
the subject is new to them and they're wondering where to get started with
Oh,
scroll-driven
cool.
animations.
So well, Bramus has a lot of tons of demos, and also he has like a new video, a new course video in YouTube. So please check it out. This video tutorial is like a full course around the scroll-driven animations that are awesome. So I will start by this course because of it's awesome, for real.
Great. Yeah. Have you tried the scroll-driven animations polyfill?
Yeah, I only talk about the CSS approach, but you can use also the Web Animations API and use JavaScript and also the polyfile. So now I'm trying to do all of this in my current job, but yeah, I work for Lorifiles. Lorifiles is also a JavaScript library, so oh my gosh, you can don't hate me about this. But yeah, I try to use this now in production. I mean, in a real web page. So.
Yeah, you mentioned briefly the main thread a few times. Do you want to say a little bit about what is the difference between using JavaScript versus CSS for something like this in terms of the main thread and performance?
Yeah, when you use JavaScript, the main thread is like full of trying to put all the things painted at the same time. And if you use a lot of JavaScript, you probably get like busy, the main thread. And also these animations, the scroll-driven animation, are out of this main thread. It means that they will show without making more more work to do to the main thread. So the page will load faster than with the JavaScript. So that's it.
Yeah, okay. There's several questions here about ranges and triggers. Can the progress area disregard the header and footer and only based on the content size scrolling, or
With the view transition and also with the range, you can use the scroll port, that is the container that also scroll inside. So you can like fix this. You don't need all the full, like all the, I don't know how to say this. You don't need all the scroll viewport of the page.
Right.
You only need a container. So you can do this inside a container.
right? And so then the two functions you were looking at, the scroll function looks at the container.
It's like the scroll position, and the other one, the view, you can also create like a range inside to decide which, like in which percentage shows the image or not. So
Yeah, okay.
you can combine. Yeah, you can combine. There was an example that combines two.
That's something that struck me too. When I start thinking about an animation, I get confused trying to do all of it in one. And the way you break things out into multiple animations and then run them at the same time on slightly different, I need to remember that.
Oh, wow, cool. That's awesome. So, yeah.
Yeah, just trying to, there's more questions
no, it's okay.
coming
I'm
in.
okay.
People
if
are,
you're like, get it done now, it's okay.
yeah, let's see.
And also then if people, you can reach me. I mean, we can talk later also, so.
Yeah, okay. Lots
okay.
of text jumping around in here as new questions come in. Can you start and stop a timeline animation based on scroll position? So, for example, showing or hiding the header as you scroll up or down.
Yeah.
How do you, so is that like a trigger instead of connecting it to the animation? Is there a way of triggering at a certain point and letting it run?
Yeah, you also need to like, there is an issue with the overflow and the clip things that you can like achieve, but you can find examples like Jay and also Bramus and also Adam has a lot of like code snippets to, if you browse and search for EncodePen, for example, for how to create like a top bar or a top menu that hide when you scroll and the position, and also it's like you can figure out, and it's easy to implement now. You don't need to like have an observer and has how many is the height of the navigation. You don't need to know now. So
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah, super cool.
There's some questions here about accessibility. How do you
Oh,
consider
oh
accessibility in
wow.
this work?
Oh wow. Yeah. I hope there is no question about accessibility, so I don't know if that is here. But yeah. You always need to be aware. I mean, you need to be sure that all you show is always in the DOM. So this is like kind of because of if someone can't view the animation or don't want to view because of a lot of people like get like confused when a lot of animations is on the screen at the same time. So if the information is in the DOM, I think it's okay. You always need, instead of being animation or not, you need to have all this information because of the web is like universal and all the people need to have the same rights to consume the information. So
Yeah, and I noticed that you were putting some of the animation
so
inside of the preference query.
yeah,
Prefers reduced motion.
I always do that.
Yeah, and I think going off of what you're saying, there's a potential danger if you're showing and hiding things. If you just simply turn off animations when people prefer reduced motion, sometimes you never show the thing, and that could be an issue. So you have to make sure that you still.
Yeah, you need to make sure that the information is always there, and then you can like, and also the media query is not about the I show all the animations or I hide all the animations. You can like configure or set up which animations are like necessary for like guide the user and which not, or which are more like visual or like things like our beauty. I like it's more beauty this way. So. But always you need to put the information for your user, always so. And also, if you use SVG, SVG can be accessible. I mean, you can put information inside, and also the DOM can access. If you like create an interactive menu, you need to put the information inside because of people can like tap and switch between the different information. So accessibility is always must be there, always. So think about this.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you.